Welcome back to the News at Noon. Well, we hear so much about menopause, something that affects thousands of women in this country. But what about the other manopause, something that affects thousands of men, otherwise known as andropause? Well, here to talk about that and how we can all sort of get through it, at least the guys, is Dr. Olivia Rose, naturopathic doctor. Thanks so much for coming back.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so define what it is for guys so they know what it is when they're faced with it.
So the difference is between menopause and andropause is that with women, the decline in estrogen levels is sort of abrupt. So with men, it's sort of a misnomer to call it menopause because the decline is sort of year by year, starting at about the age of 30, about 1 to 1.5% a year. So by the time a man reaches the age of 70, testosterone levels are about 50% of what they were.
All right.
So some men may experience symptoms, some men might not, and it's a normal process.
So in terms of a drop in testosterone, what could that affect?
Well, starting at the head, anxiety, depression might come on at some point during the process. We look at some men developing breast tissue, so gynecomastia we call that. Increase in belly fat, which is the bad fat, of course, and decrease in lean muscle mass, which is something that we also want to avoid, but happens naturally as you get older. And then below the belt, of course, we have changes in libido, erectile dysfunction issues. So the list goes on and on. Sometimes insomnia, and some men even experience hot flashes.
Okay, really?
So, yeah.
Okay, so what can we do to sort of, I guess, turn back the clock, if you will?
Right. So first thing you want to do is get tested to see if there are any nutritional issues, nutritional deficiencies that could be affecting the way your body is making testosterone. You want to look at your stress factors, your lifestyle, your nutrition, and your exercise.
Okay. So you can do a test, real quick. You can do a test to determine what level of testosterone you're at.
You can check your testosterone. You can check other hormones as well, like thyroid, and then you can check your nutrition as well.
Okay, so what do we got?
Yeah, so we have vitamin D. Vitamin D we know as the sunshine vitamin, right? But in the body, it's actually a hormone. And it actually, at the testicular level, helps to increase testosterone. So it's really important, especially living in North America, to get your vitamin D levels checked and to make sure you're taking enough if you have to. And then we have zinc. Zinc is really important, and it affects testosterone by actually starting at the brain level. So we have a small little gland in the brain called the pituitary gland. And so what it does is it actually controls the release of testosterone from the testes. So if your pituitary gland isn't working well because it's not getting the nutrients that it needs, then that can affect your testosterone
So these
level.
are things we can take every day?
So
should be taking every day?
Maybe not. Right? So it's going to depend on the individual. But for sure, most men and women in Canada should be taking vitamin D for sure.
I want to make sure we get through all of them.
Okay, so we have zinc, and zinc is high in meat, high in fish, but you can also take a supplement if you have to.
Okay.
And this is very easy to use and add to your cereal, just have it as a snack.
These are just
on
regular seeds?
Raw is best as well.
Okay.
You don't want to destroy any of the nutrients in there. And then we have stinging nettle. Stinging nettle grows wild in Ontario, so you can harvest it, or you can go to a health food store and get the herb.
Put this on.
Yeah, so what you would do is you use it as a tea. Yeah, so if you use a little tea ball, I often prescribe it in a tea form.
Okay.
Right? You can also use it, sometimes there's capsules available, or liquid extracts as well. And so it's good for helping with benign prostatic hyperplasia, which is that enlarged prostate issue that tends to happen as men get older. And it helps to increase the free testosterone in the body. And then we have ginkgo. So ginkgo it's pretty well known for its use in Alzheimer's disease. It increases blood flow. And so in that way, I typically use it for helping with erectile dysfunction issues. And I can use it as a tea, and this is also a supplement that I use sometimes as well.
I wish we had more time. Thank you, Dr. Olivia Rose, naturopathic doctor. Very important issue, though.
Yes, very important.
All right, thanks again.
Yeah.
We'll be back after this with your entertainment headlines.